Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this look right here. Obviously, can you get over this lid shade? Like, it's just insane. So I'll be doing this look, which is a nice kind of monochromatic pinky eye kind of look, and I'm using the new Huda Beauty Melted Shadows. I got these shades Bubble Bath and Pink Champagne. Oh, I mean, if you want to see how I got this look and what I thought of the new Huda Beauty product, then make sure to just keep watching. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing basically a review of the new Huda Beauty Melted Shadows, but to start off with I am going to show you how I'm prepping my skin on camera. So I'm just starting off with my Fenty Beauty Profiltr Primer. What's new? I've literally used this I think in the past like 5 tutorials. So boring, I'm sorry, it's just too good. And then I'm actually also going to take the Fenty Profiltr foundation in this one, just because I felt like it kind of matched me okay, and I'm still kind of just applying a little bit with a kind of synthetic brush and then bouncing it into the skin with this Morphe sponge. This sponge is incredible, but I just feel like doing it this way, I'm not adding too much product at a time, so this is a really nice buildable foundation anyway, but I'm really taking my time to just put a little bit on, blend it out with the Beauty Blender, and then kind of assessing whether I need more and whereabouts I need more. I'm going to go straight into concealer. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer just to add a bit more coverage and brighten up in certain areas, and I'm doing the same technique that I do with my foundation at the moment, because I also noticed that I was applying way too much concealer. So I'm taking the smaller side of this synthetic brush and just popping that on kind of in a little triangle underneath the eye where we want to bring light and bring that part of the face kind of forward, if you get what I mean, and then blending that out with the same sponge. And I do it in all other areas like my chin, down the bridge of my nose to kind of cinch it in a little bit, and on my forehead as well, just to make it appear a little bit smaller. And then I'm just going to set all of that in place. I'm using, what a surprise, the Huda Beauty Easybake powder. I love this stuff. I use the shade Pound Cake, and I'm setting everything lightly with a brush first before I bake. This is a technique that I've been using for ages now, and I also use a big fluffy brush just to set the rest of my face. This foundation does dry quite matte anyway, but you know, there's no harm in just making sure that everything's set in the skin and it lasts so much longer. And then I always like to bake the sides of my nose, one because I get really oily there, but two, it also helps with kind of the nose contour. And then since I'm doing my eyes after my face makeup, I did add a bit of the powder underneath my eyes just to catch out any fallout. Oh my god, I cannot speak. And then we're dipping into the Huda Beauty Melted Shadows. So we've got the matte side, which I'm going to use first, and this is in the shade Bubble Bath, and this is a really nice pale pink, perfect transition shade, and literally just pop it straight on the skin and blend it out with a brush. And as you can see right now, it blends like an absolute dream, and it blends into a kind of powder consistency, which is very interesting. And then taking the Mauve Obsessions palette, also from Huda Beauty, I'm just taking the lighter pink shade and kind of adding that into the outer corner, and then I'm going to take the deeper shade, which is more of a cranberry, and I'm putting that right in the outer corner as well, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. And I really love how these shadows blended with the melted shadow. The only thing I would say is make sure that you don't add too much of the melted shadow, because I noticed on one of my eyes it didn't blend as well and it was a lot harder to work in. So definitely less is more with this product. And then taking the other side, this is the Pink Champagne side, and this is the most gorgeous lid shade. It's so pigmented, and it's very like, it's very intense. Like, I kind of wish that I just put this all over the lid and dragged it across, because I felt like it was a little bit harder to blend into the matte shade because it was super intense, but I absolutely love it. Like, it's so nice. And then I'm just going to wipe away that bake quickly because it's definitely been sitting there long enough. I got a little bit of fallout with the eyeshadows, but nothing to worry about. And as you can see, I've kept that nice kind of sharp line. I did just pop on some lashes. These are these 1001 lashes, I think, from falseyelashes.co.uk. They're so nice and wispy towards the end. And then taking the same melted shadow in the shade Bubble Bath, I'm just dragging that along my lower lash line, and I do add a little bit of the Mauve Obsessions shades as well, and then just adding a little bit of mascara. I think this is Lancome Hypnose, but it's like a little mini one, so it's easier to get those little bottom lashes. And then I'm going to take a bit of my Too Faced, I think this is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just warming up my face because I'm looking super pale. So I just take my time using this little brush. Let me find out, I think I have it here, what brush this is from Morphe. It's literally my favourite one. It's the Morphe M530. And it's so good. And then taking a little brush, I'm just kind of contouring my nose a little bit and going down the jawline as well, just because I've eaten way too much chocolate this Christmas. Oh my god, literally put on so much weight. Anyway, now moving on to highlight. I'm taking my Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. Oh my god, this is, I think apart from the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, this is definitely up there with like my favourite highlight of all time, because it looks really intense, but not like, it doesn't sit on the skin, it really sinks into the skin and just gives you that really like nice soft glow. Like, oh, it's just so good. In person it looks really smooth, like it doesn't accentuate texture, and I really don't know how they managed to do that, but it's so good. If you haven't tried it already, I highly recommend, because I think it's still in stock. And then I'm popping a bit of that in my inner corner as well. This is just like a thing that I have to do. Even if I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, I've just got to do it. And then for a bit of blush, I'm taking this blush palette from Morphe. And I can't remember what the shade is, but I don't know. It's the pink shade. And I'm just popping that on with this big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. I think it's just like the powder brush, the big powder brush. And then for lips, I am first lining with Soar Lip Liner from MAC. And I always outline it, kind of overdraw just a tiny bit, and then I do these little lines in the middle just to help kind of contour a little bit. And I'm taking two shades from Tarte. One of them is Novel, and I really need to find the other shade. So we have, what is this? Grand and Novel. So Novel is the lighter shade that I'm popping in the middle right here, and Grand is the darker shade that I popped on the outer portion of the lips. And I'm just blending that in with my finger, and you create a really nice kind of pinky nude ombre lip. And then lastly, I'm just going to set it all in place with my MAC Fix Plus in the scent Coconut, and then we are done. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial and first impressions. I have to say, I really like this. The lid shade is pretty insane. I think you have to be a little bit careful with the matte side, because where I think I put a little bit too much on, I think less is more with this if you're going to layer it. If you're going to layer this on top of each other, then I guess you just have to let it dry and then try and work with it that way. Maybe I'll get a couple more of these and see if they work together well, and then I can kind of test that out as well. But I would just say that I think on this eye in particular, I put a little bit too much of the matte, and then I found that it was harder to blend into the other Huda Beauty shadows. But apart from that, it's like, it's so good. I mean, I just can't go over the lid shade. Like, it's insane. I'd probably just put this all over my lid and just be done with it like that. And they did blend like super easy. The matte shade, literally you dot on your eye, you blend it. To be honest, you could be done with that if you wanted to do something like super natural. So I have to say, she's done it again. I actually really like these. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't that crazy. But if you did like this look and you like the tutorial, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great week and start to the new year. Oh my god, I can't speak. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.